Supporters of Amtrak argue passenger rail service would provide a huge shot in the arm for Mobile's economy. They point to economic projections prepared several years ago.
However, there's a fair amount of skepticism about whether those numbers would materialize. Our investigative reporter Brendan Kirby digging into all of that. He's now at the news center.
And Brendan, those numbers could determine whether the city council goes for this.
Yeah, that's right, Shelby and Lanice. The proposal is for a train stop next to the convention center, but the ridership projections remind some council members of a consultant report on a building that's on the other side of the proposed stop. To David Clark, the president and CEO of Visit Mobile, adding an Amtrak stop downtown is a no-brainer. He points to a 2018 study by the University of Southern Mississippi projecting an $11.86 million total economic impact from increased tourism if passenger rail boosts visitors by just 1%. That would be 52 people a day.
I actually think it's higher than that. I think it's at least 100 a day, and that's a conservative number. I think that those people will buy 10,000 hotel rooms every year, too.
At an average rate of $175 a night, that comes to $1.75 million a year just in hotel revenue, with about $140,000 in lodging tax receipts coming back to the city. But City Councilman William Carroll alludes to a previous debate over whether to build a maritime museum on the city's waterfront.
10 years ago, we went through a presentation just like this. Same thing they told me about Gulf Quest.
An economic study back then forecast 300,000 annual visitors to the Gulf Quest Museum, with an economic impact of $19 million a year for the city. Actual visitor totals have been a fraction of that, fewer than 13,000 last year, and 5,936 so far this year. Now, council members like Gina Gregory worry the Amtrak forecasts are unrealistically rosy.
I'm not convinced that we'll see hundreds of people coming in every day. I mean, it would be great if we did.
Amtrak officials say the model they used is conservative and typically understates the true ridership. Mobile Chamber President and CEO Bradley Burns says the organization doesn't have an official position, but he says he trusts Clark on tourism matters.
Certainly, they should be listening to Visit Mobile. David Clark is probably our best local expert on all that. But, the City Council has an obligation to make sure that we're spending the taxpayers' money wisely.
Alabama Governor Kay Ivey previously had rejected giving any state money toward the project, but Mayor Stimpson says that he recently has been in communication with the governor's office about reconsidering. The governor's office is non-committal, but Byrne tells me that he believes there's a chance now the concerns of the State Port Authority have been resolved. Reporting live from the News Center, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.